Hello, I'm Krist Adams with Randall Grier Ministries, and as some of you may not know, Randall Grier Ministries has an outreach where we send books, Bible studies, and other materials to inmates in prisons. And joining us today is one of those former inmates who has been able to take advantage of this outreach, Miss Jean. Miss Jean, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me, Chris.
Now, Miss Jean, what type of materials, besides I mentioned the Bible studies and books and all that stuff, what kind of stuff were we able to send to you, and what impact did they have on your life?
Well, Chris, Randall Grier Ministries sent me this book called Escape from Hell that Mr. Randall Grier himself wrote. It is a book on his whole life in prison, we was able to connect and communicate with this book. It helped us with our growth, our understanding, and what was going on in our daily lives in prison. They also sent us pamphlets from Kenneth Hagin Jr. and Kenneth Hagin. They sent us different types of books, literature, Bible studies, as you mentioned. Their prayers was the number one. But they sent us all kind of stuff, Chris.
Great. You mentioned the Bible studies. Now, the Bible studies, did they help you in your spiritual walk with the Lord?
Definitely, Chris. The chapels there in the prison are very small, and we are very limited in what we do and do not receive there in prison. The Bible studies gave us a chance to go to the big yard when the chapel was closed and continue on with our growth with the Lord.
Great. You mentioned about the chapel there in the prisons. What, compared to what we are able to send you, how does that compare to what the prisons actually offer?
Well, they offer very few books. We're able to receive the basics like the Bible, maybe a few songs that they copy off on papers and stuff like that. But the books was really a blessing because you really wouldn't understand, but there's a waiting list actually of people wanting to read these books inside prison. It's something new, something we can grab and relate to.
Great. And also, you mentioned about the prayers, and what many partners may not realize is that we pray for the inmates on a daily basis here in the office. And were you able to tell, how effective those prayers were in your life?
I'm sitting here today, Chris.
Great, that's wonderful. Now, is there anything that you would like to tell the partners and those who help support Randall Grier Ministries in this outreach?
Definitely. I would like to thank each and every one of you with Randall Grier Ministries, the supporters, the outsiders, everyone involved, for your prayers, your support, for your beliefs, for your trust. Without you, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
Well, thank you, Miss Jean, and thank you, partners.